So it was a week before Christmas in 2008.
With Jonah, he was 4 years old, but it was time for his 5-year physical, and Emery was still 2.
So every Christmas I go see a lot of the customers. So I was on my way to Arkansas.
And then I'm talking to the doctor, and it's like one of those slow motion moments. Is this real? And he walks me into his office, and he's like, sit down. And I worked in the same pediatrician's office. I knew how things usually worked around there. You didn't get told information behind closed doors unless it was not a good thing.
I'd made it as far as Memphis, and Sonia calls and said, can you pull off the road? And I said, well, no.
And he was like, no, I can't. I'm in the middle of traffic.
Just tell me whatever it is.
And he's like, what's going on?
And she said, well, just call me back whenever you get to a good stopping point.
And so instead of continuing to, discuss that, I went ahead and told him anyway.
She said, well, Jonah was diagnosed. They think he's got muscular dystrophy. And so I need you to come home because tomorrow we're going to test Emery. And so I want you to be here.
And then, of course, he immediately, as soon as he could, pulled off the road and started looking it up on his phone.
Started Googling muscular dystrophy. Sonia said that they were going to test Emery the next day. I thought, there's no way that both boys are going to have the same disease. I'd never even heard of that. It was just disbelief that both of them could have it.
And it was hard to hear.
And so it was just a foggy 6 months learning, where do you go from here? What doctors do you go see? Where's the best place in the country? Or even if it's outside the country, where do you go?
It was not anything you would wish upon any parent to ever have to deal with.
You'll go to anywhere to help and support your family and help your kids.
And the thing with what they have, it's chronic. And so it's very long, progressive, slowly worsening disease as time goes by. And so it's just that you continue to lose the ability to do things.
The only thing that we really found out at first was just put him on a steroid.
And just some of the side effects from the steroids that I just didn't like. Agitated. He would get upset easily over things. And then the focus, it just was never there.
And that was really the only thing anybody ever told us, other than, do PT and OT and stretching at night, that their muscles were going to contract. But
no one I felt like was really helping us and really had any plan. And there was no communication with other specialists. Everybody was on their own page, doing their own thing, and had their own method of what they always did with other diseases. And so we needed to know what they wanted to do with Duchenne, specifically.
And now that we found Dr. Wong at Cincinnati, she's now at Boston. She's got a whole specialist team that she's taken with her at Boston Children's Hospital. So she's got probably 20 specialists. They all work together to have the best patient care for kids with Duchenne.
What you would call really comprehensive health care. Each specialist, they met like every so often to talk about specifically her Duchenne patients. And everyone communicated and everyone was on the same page. And other specialists that you would go to knew exactly what Brenda Wong wanted to do, how she wanted it done, what was the best case scenario. And so it was just phenomenal. The first time I had ever seen healthcare operate like that before.